Okay, today I'm going to tell you all the reasons why you don't want to buy a fake Lamborghini replica. What you want when you buy a real Lamborghini is for it to sound like a V10, but let me show you what this one sounds like. Alright, there we go. Got this here. Looks pretty good. Alright, you hear that? I don't know what you guys think about that sound, but I'm not sure if that's what you want. Okay, so let's talk about it. This right here is meant to be a Lamborghini Huracan, however you say it, 2015 version. I'm gonna talk to you about why you don't want to get a replica. I'm gonna show you some things here. After we take this quick walk around, I'm gonna show you. Now, I don't know if you guys can see the difference between a real one and a replica, but I'm gonna show you some things to watch out for. This is one right here. Cheaply done stickers that's supposed to say wheel motivation, but it says wheel mo-ation. That's a problem. Let me show you something else that's a problem right here. That right there on the replica, you can see the quality is quite not there. Let me show you the engine. It's supposed to have a V10 engine. Let me show you something about this engine that y'all might not know. Let's see how to open it. Right there. Actually, let me get behind here. Yeah. Gotta turn it on. That's another problem. In order to open up the rear, you gotta turn the freaking car on. I don't know what's up with that. In a real Lamborghini, I don't think you'll have to do that. I'm not sure. Now see, this engine bay, you hear those clicks and sounds? You shouldn't be hearing that. You shouldn't be hearing that. And it's C, now they got this right. It says V10, but what the heck is that right there? That don't look like no stock, what it's supposed to look like with the regular Lamborghini, as you can see. Let me show you guys something else here in the front. Let me show you in the front real quick. Hold on. Open up the front. Now, at least they did put the engine in the right place. They got the engine in the back, but as you can see, who can tell me what's wrong with that? Look at it real close. Who can tell me what's wrong with that? I'm gonna show you right here. This rubber surround is made of the wrong material. This actually should be polypropylene, but it feels like it's made out of some kind of cheap rubber or something. That should be a high quality polypropylene in a real Huracan. Now, one thing they did do good is they got the bags that you actually get in a real Huracan. They got that together. You know, got a little bit of storage space, but look right here. I don't know if you guys caught that. In a real Lambo, that should be not like that. This is something wrong with the replica. So you want to make sure you don't have that problem. All right, let's see what else. If you guys can see some of the subtle differences, reasons why you don't want to get a replica, is you get this out of the car show and everybody start looking at it sideways and figuring out what the heck makes it look so different.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question.
Okay.
Can you figure out which of these two Lambos over here is a replica? Over here.
Alright. They're both replicas.
They're both replica. Oh, dang, got it.
Listen, let me show you some things on the inside that you gotta get together. Okay. Now see, all of this here in the middle, they did a good job, you know, making it look right. But the reason why you don't want to get a replica is because none of this stuff really actually works. It just looks like the real car, but it doesn't actually work, you know, for, you know, the actual systems that you would normally have in a Lamborghini. Let me show you. Start it up real fast. See? None of that is working right in a replica. So even the stitching material that they use, that should be a high quality woven thread, but actually it feels like the same material of a stitch in a Dodge Neon. All right, now let me show you the problem with how this thing drives. There's some road issues you're gonna have if you get a replica Huracan or a replica Lamborghini. You want it to ride like a real Lamborghini, not a fake. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Got a major problem. I'm gonna show y'all. Here we go. Start this thing up. Okay, all right, now watch this. When I hit the turn signal, watch what happens. You hit the turn signal and the windshield wiper turns. That's crazy, right? All right, now let's take this thing on the road and see how it rides. I'm gonna show you the problem with this thing real quick. Oh, there we go. Man, hey neighbors. My neighbors, I think they think this is real. But watch this. This is how you know it's not a Lambo that's running white. Watch this. All right, y'all ready? Watch. Woo! See that? Did y'all see that? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. It's way faster than a regular Lamborghini. That's a problem when you get a replica. That's a problem. You know, it's all good when you just want to have some fun, but becomes a problem. Everybody's looking at you like you got a real Lamborghini, and then you take off on them, and they realize it's not a Lamborghini, it's a rocket ship. Alright, you gotta be careful coming around turns too. Because in a real Huracan coming around these corners, yeah, you can go all out, but if you're in a replica, you might not want to do that. Let's see here. There we go. Let's get this thing back to the house. Hopefully we make it home. That's the other thing you gotta worry about. You know, if you got a replica, you might not make it to your destination. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we make it. All right, we just made it back, so mission accomplished. But I got one most important reason why you don't want to buy a Lamborghini Huracan replica, and that is
because this right here is not a replica. So obviously, when I made my first Lamborghini replica videos, I did it to be funny for my subscribers, but those videos went viral. I started getting messages from people that wanted to buy, you know, one of my replicas because I was being funny. But no, this is not a replica. This is a real Lamborghini. It's supercharged by VF Engineering. And let me tell you guys a quick story, man. Let me tell you a quick story. So I actually, believe it or not, before I bought my first Lamborghini, which was a Lamborghini Gallardo, it was a blue, Montego blue Lamborghini Gallardo. It was real. But I actually, at one point in time, like was getting really excited and hyped up about buying a Lamborghini replica because my brother sent me some like YouTube videos or some links to some websites where people were building replicas, and you could choose between what engine you wanted. Like if you wanted a Mustang engine, if you wanted this engine, and your replica Lamborghini was only going to cost like 40 or 50,000. And I'm like, oh man, I could do that. They look just like the real thing. But it turns out that those were scams. Those were like people that would take your money. Of course, I never did that. You know, I never reached out to those people because I realized that it was a scam. But those people that would take your money and claim that they're going to build you a replica that looks like a real Lamborghini, but it's actually a scam to take your money. And actually, a lot of people thought when I made my little spoof video, which was really just making fun, trying to be funny, related to those people that do that, people thought I was trying to do that, even though I wasn't taking nobody's information or no deposits or nothing like that. This is a real Lamborghini. But here's like the lesson or the story in all of this, is that I originally thought about getting a fake Lamborghini. Never thought about getting a real one because I thought they were too expensive. But once I realized that was a scam, and I said, you know what? How much is a real Lamborghini? And at that point in time, I was looking at the base level Lamborghini, which was a Lamborghini Gallardo. They were running right around $100,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And I said, you know what? I'm driving a BMW M4 right now. The BMW M4 was like $80,000. Then I got a Nissan GTR. The Nissan GTR was almost $90,000. I said, you know what? Maybe it is realistic for me to actually drive a Lamborghini because I'm only $10,000 away. And if I hustle hard enough with my businesses, and I was starting several different businesses to try to increase my income and my revenue. I started a YouTube business most recently. I started a real estate investing business. I started a software company a long time ago, and those businesses were doing good. So it was just a matter of me hustling a little bit harder, a matter of me bringing in more customers, doing a good job, and making more money, and then I could be able to afford the real Lamborghini. So my advice to you is, if you're looking for, a replica Lamborghini, and you're emailing me and saying, hey Will, can you make me one or whatever? My advice to you is take a step back and think about what you can do for real. Don't fake it. Like, having a fake Lamborghini means you put in the fake work. Why not put in the real work? It's doable. You know what I'm saying? Why not put in the real work? I'm not somebody that was grew up with a silver spoon. I'm not somebody that grew up with money. I didn't have any inheritance when my dad died. I got zero, but what I did have is a good foundation. So shout out to my parents for that. And I believed in myself. I went and got an education. I learned how to write software. I applied myself, got out in corporate America, started making some money, started a side business. The side business became my primary business, and I had a way to make money with no limits. And so that's really what you need, man. You need a way to make money with no limits, either through investing or through business ownership. And believe it or not, one of the fastest ways to make money is owning your own business. Even though a lot of people like, what I talk about with real estate investing, and real estate investing allows me to justify having these cars. But the way I made most of my wealth was through owning a small business that turned out to be a business that has generated significant income for me. And now, not only do I have a real Lamborghini, which you can achieve as well, which is the point of this video. The reason why you don't want to have a fake Lamborghini is because that means you put in the fake work. Why not have the real thing, put in the real work, make your dreams come true, because it is possible. I'm living proof of that. Like, I'm a regular dude from the hood, got an education, learn how to do something that was worth some money, And for me, that was write software, write code, and then, flip that into a business, turn into an investor. A lot of people don't realize, like my house next door right there, I used to own that house. Bought it, sold it. And I didn't make a huge profit on it or anything like that, but I'm an investor. I try to make good business moves. And then I built this house. That Ferrari F12 you see in the garage, that is a real Ferrari F12. It's not a fake replica, There's real work that went in behind it. So my message to you today, man, for all those people that have been looking at replica videos, want to get a fake Lamborghini, take a step back and ask yourself, how much is a real Lamborghini? How much work would be required for you to be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. So one of my favorite sayings is figure out what you want and act accordingly. So what does that mean? If you want a Lamborghini, you want a Ferrari, whatever it might be, you want to have whatever your goals are, you got to act like you want it, which means you got to do the things that people that have those things that you want or have that lifestyle that you want, you got to do similar things to what those people do. And one of the common denominators, like I'm going to say again, is people that own these supercars. A lot of them are business owners, they're entrepreneurs, and they're investors, or they generate high income based on some skill set they have. And a lot of times that skill set is something as simple as developing sales skills. So being able to sell something at a high level, but everything, boils down to what you know how to do, how much you educate yourself, and all that good stuff. So that's my lesson of the day. If you guys want to learn how to invest in real estate, I'm gonna put a link in the description below of this video on how I learned how to invest in real estate. Basically teaching you everything that I know how to do and that I learned how to do to save you the time of having to figure it out yourself. And I'm also gonna offer a discount if you come from this video. So click that link below if you're interested in learning how to invest in real estate, because that is how I justify buying these crazy toys. So there you go, people. Number one reason why you don't want to buy a replica Lamborghini is because that's fake, man. Put in the real work. Let's get it.
It's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm here to tell you guys to go to Wheel Motivation. The exotic cars is crazy. I've been watching this show for a little while now and it's growing. But we need everybody else to subscribe to Wheel Motivation and support Will. I'm supporting them. You do the same.